I'm the Magpie. In this video I'm going to talk, and only talk, and I'm gonna talk about Behringer. So if you don't feel like tuning into that, it's okay. Tomorrow I'm gonna post a creative video. I don't have Twitter, I don't have Facebook, and I have a ridiculously inactive Instagram. So this is sort of my platform, except my beautiful Discord community, link in the description. But yeah, this is where I feel that I can reach people, and maybe actually reach some people that aren't in the inner circles of like the gear communities and the Facebook groups and following everybody on Twitter and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about Behringer. They did a bit of a boo-boo, to put it extremely mildly. They copied Arturia, contemporary existing MIDI keyboard. Allegedly, I think I have to say that to not get sued by Behringer, because they are happy suers. And I think, and we're gonna get a tiny bit conspiratory in this talk, that Behringer are not afraid to get sued either by Arturia, which is really scary. It's very intimidating, and it's also, I want to be transparent here, it's kind of almost shaky to talk about, which is, I think that's exactly what Behringer wants, allegedly. For me and others to be afraid to speak up against Behringer. But, ironically, at the same time, I think that that's exactly what Behringer wanted us to do in this case. I'm gonna link to people's Twitter if you don't know at all what I'm talking about or referring to. There's been a lot of outspoken opinions against Behringer today, and that's very needed, but I also believe that that's something that Behringer were very much expecting and maybe even hoping for. Because if they are not afraid to get sued, then this is the best kind of marketing that they could do. This controversy type marketing or shock value marketing. It's nothing new. We've seen it been made a lot of times before, but this time it's kind of twisted. When Nike did it, or when Gillette did it, people burning Nike shoes and stuff like that, that was not really their audience, but they very much had in mind that, okay, those people are gonna hashtag Nike all over Twitter, which is, yeah, from that point of view, I actually think that Behringer knows exactly what they are doing with this, which is also a tiny bit intimidating that they're taking those types of tactics. Because what's fascinating is, like, right before they made the announcement, the Arturia swing, taking a swing at Arturia, allegedly, they did like check their audience on Facebook, open question like this all. Do you trust product reviews of online synth magazines who are dependent on sponsorship and advertisements? Where do you get your information from that will lead to a synth purchase decision? And who do you believe are the most trusted review channels and who are the least? That might not seem as very important to you, but to my conspiratorial mind, it seems like they are very much trying to get in front of certain things. It's fascinating from a very dystopian point of view, and I know that probably sounds ridiculous to a lot of the Behringer fanboys, but from my point of view, all and any types of imperialistic tendencies are very intimidating, especially when it comes from a brand that is very happy to publicly shame journalists and don't seem to mind at all about negative publicity, because it seemingly haven't hurt them at all before. And So not only is it really sad, like seeing statements from Arturia and the person who actually developed the product that Behringer now steals and puts a price tag that is essentially the same, but possibly expects to sell anyways. I don't think that was the point, though. My thinking has led me to a way darker down a way darker path. I think that they are just checking in, seeing where is the actual limit. What can we actually do? Because it was seemingly okay when they copied the SM57, allegedly, and what they've done with like guitar pedals and stuff like that, allegedly. But as soon as they went down the, cloning synths, it's been a very lively debate. It's been very polarizing as well. It's very, very dark. And of course, I hope that I'm wrong. Allegedly, I am. No, but of course, I don't want it to be as dark as I believe it is, with this imperialistic giant basically showing that if I can't buy a brand, I can steal all of their intellectual property and get away with it and sue everyone who criticized me for it. But I think that not only is it very sad for Arturia, it's also very sad for people who actually have been enjoying what Behringer had been bringing back, like the pro-clone people. I think this is actually, if you're one of them, I think this is really sad for you, actually. Because what Behringer is doing is they're creating a hostile climate for you, where you have to defend yourself for wanting to use Behringer products. They don't care about their fans from that point of view, allegedly, and in my opinion. They just want to sort of use you. It's very cultish, very, very, very weird. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I've got it all twisted. But it seems as though they are first checking in with you. What do you want? I think they even made a post pretty just before. Do you want a MIDI controller? What would you like to see in a MIDI keyboard? Oh, tons and tons of comments. We love you, Behringer. We love you, Behringer. And then they release this. Like, for real? Is that really not transparent? Like, that makes me think that this was already a finished product that they had made. And they just wanted to, yeah. I don't even know. I guess that's just pure good old marketing. But yeah, creating a hostile environment for you where you have to defend your choices of, and especially when it comes to the argument that, but they're doing a service for people that can't afford this unaccessible old gear that we all want, we all love, but only a select few like collectors and rich people can actually own it. This is great. This is, oh my God, they're doing it justice for the whole music scene. But where does that money go? That money goes to suing, to bringing up fake fucking anti-Semitic. I don't think it's actually, I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on that one, but a really shitty dick move against a journalist, and now pushing to actually start cloning probably more and more contemporary stuff. They're gonna release a DAW. It's not gonna be just a blatant copy of Ableton or whatever. Like, I see it speculation and stuff like that, but that all gets covered in the noise from the fanboys. Put that on a t-shirt. It's very strange to watch it unfold. And I'm not saying that any of this is true, by the way. Just saying. You see, I'm really fucking afraid to talk about this. This is really scary. I don't know, should I? I don't know. When it comes to such a niche, tiny interest that it is, this nerdery, it's very weird that this can occur. It's also way worth thinking about for the fanboys that the gear you own, these objects, they're not your identity. You can rethink your position on where you stand. You can say, from now on, this was where I draw the line, and I'm probably not gonna support Behringer anymore. Because even if you love that gear, the copies of the old ones that is making it so accessible for you, even though there are other brands that are doing similar things with their own intellectual old property, kind of weird. Even if that's the route you want to go and that's how you want to justify it for yourself, that support, that money is going to something possibly nefarious, something that might hurt the the industry that you love. You know, that's kind of weird. Very dark. There's also this great quote that a friend wrote in the Magpie Pirates, that in a democracy you vote with your vote, but in this capitalistic climate you vote with your money. Like the way to show Behringer that we don't appreciate what they are allegedly doing is not to go on Twitter and rant about it. Of course, that's a good thing to do as well, to show that the opinion is against them. But truth of the matter is that they probably don't give a fuck. They see hashtag Behringer and stuff like that, and that's marketing for them. The only thing they care about is making money, because that's what they do. They don't care about, allegedly, their fans. If the fans don't pay them, buy from them. I think it's that simple. It's sort of a one-way, make them have to care about you instead of pretending like they do. Because they might have to care about you. They might have to care about us. They might have to change. Otherwise, I guess we're going down a very dark future where this was just maybe the first very obvious thing. That, wasn't even the first thing. Anyways, thank you